This is kind of interesting. So Dan Orlovsky, ESPN, played quarterback. What he sees from Shedeur Sanders when he looks at him.
One of the things that I love about Shedeur, and a note that I consistently write down, is that's big boy football. There's so many examples of him being tough and making tough throws and congested throws. I say he does a great job of finding operational space, meaning a spot within the pocket to get the ball off, to get a throw off. When he doesn't predetermine pocket movement, because there are times that he does, and those are conversations you have to have with him on the why. When he doesn't do that, he's really good with that stuff. Okay, so they're trying to get into the 4-by-1 formation to start into the boundary, 1, 2, 3, into the boundary, short side of the field. Hash, we put the passing strength there. Here comes this motion, okay? So you get 4-by-1, one down at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4 up top. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a ball fake on this jet sweep motion to both vertically and horizontally hold these two defenders. You want them to kind of hang low and also maybe widen. Take this guy, he's going to run a little bit of a go. Take this receiver, he's going to try to pin any inside backer presence, and this back is going to be a release down the seam. You're trying to throw the seam. Couple things. Number one, both tackles just get pressed onto Shedeur early. And the ball gets snapped at about the 19-yard line. Shedeur's at the 24, 5 yards in the gun. That's where you want your quarterback. And once he gets the snap, he gets to about 6, 7 yards depth. That's perfectly fine. But those tackles get pressed into him right away. So now as a quarterback, you got to manage condensed, congested, muddy pockets. Shuffle, shuffle. Now give this guy a chance to get the ball off. Give that guy a chance to go make a play. Exceptional.
And G. Bush, those are the type of things that they translate. And that's kind of what Dan Orlovsky is getting at. Everybody's focusing on what Sanders isn't. He's not an elite arm. He's not an elite athlete. They're not focusing on what he is. If you can find a way to move through the pocket like he's describing, you can have success in the NFL.
For everybody that goes out there and tells me, this guy ain't it, this guy ain't it, go back and look. Where did Anthony Richardson go? Anthony Richardson was top? Didn't he go top 10?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and you want to talk about arm strength? You throw the ball over the stadium. You want to talk about speed? He's faster than running backs. But he's also a guy that Joe Flacco took his spot a little bit early last year. And now the Indianapolis Colts is trying to figure out this year, do they need to move off of him and go get another quarterback? Because he can't make those same type moves that we just saw right there. He can't navigate the pocket. He's not comfortable. And when the pocket gets muddy and the pocket gets junky and there's junk around his feet, he doesn't know when to bail out of the pocket or stay in a clean pocket. He does not have the accuracy when he has to put the ball to a place and throw it in anticipation. All of these things make quarterbacks who they are. These things make those guys great. And when Shedeur Sanders makes throws like that, and you see guys breaking that down, when you see guys like Orlovsky or even Todd McShay now talking about it, I think so much we got to a point where we get to a place where we start saying this draft class ain't it, this draft, and then you ask people, okay, well, have you watched Colorado play? No, I watched the Buckeyes. All right, that's fine. You live in the Big Ten. Okay, cool. You don't got to watch everything. Have you seen any all 22? Nope, ain't seen no 22. I don't really. I'll be watching the Browns on Sunday. Okay, well. Why do you believe that this quarterback class is so bad if you've never seen a guy play and you've never seen a tape? Well, the consensus is no, I'm not doing that no more, because the consensus was that Jalen Hurts was not going to take anybody to a playoff. I heard Todd McShay say it. Shout out to him. I've heard people say Lamar Jackson should be a receiver. I've also heard people say, hey, Patrick Mahomes is going to need the most work out of any quarterback when they took him in the draft, I believe at 11. Look, there are some good things that you can see from him on tape. There were some excellent things and some things that you can build an offense around. And just because you don't got, quote unquote, a rocket launcher for a right arm does not mean that is why you're good in the league. There are multiple guys, Breeze, even Joe Burrow doesn't have a rocket arm, but that is the least of your worries if you can navigate the pocket, throw with anticipation, and use your high football IQ to put points on the board. That's what I'm looking at the most.
Yeah, and again, the predetermined movement in the pocket. Remember, the offensive line that he was playing behind was not good. So it
At all.
it was bad. So that leads to those kind of things. But again, we'll see. I just the one thing, keep an open mind about Sanders. Don't make a decision on him. The more I hear, the more it's like, all right, I see what people see in him.
And here's what I'm gonna say too. For me, I'm keeping an open mind about everything. Like, here's the thing: if you want Slough or the guy from Louisville, or you think Dart, or if you want Will Howard or Camp, listen, I'm open to all decisions, right? Because here's the only thing I'm caring about. I care about the Cleveland Browns making an evaluation based on what they think is best at that quarterback position, addressing it, standing on it, and then putting all their attention and effort into making that guy the best he can be for the Browns, whoever that is. I just want them to stand there, deliver, and take it, because they're going to be judged on what they do with whoever they take. If it's Shedeur, if it's Abdul Carter, if you do it, you better make sure it works. That's all I care about.
Yep, and you're absolutely right. They will be judged on this draft. They got to get it right.